What's up, PL Tech Reviews fans, and welcome back for another video. In this video, I'm reviewing the version of iOS 17 that is coming to the iPad, so that you know if it is accessible enough for disabled people. So if you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you can help me go from 48 subscribers up to 50 subscribers, I will upload a video all about someone who is paralyzed from the neck down can use a computer. But now let's get straight in to this. So iOS 17 was announced back in June of this year during the WWDC 23 event, during which Apple announced versions of iOS 17 for the Mac, the iPhone, the iPad, for AirPods, and for the Apple TV. So starting off with the lock screen, it's now possible for you to make your iPad more personal by creating something that is fully customized to your taste. You can choose between Apple's new astronomy screensavers or the kaleidoscope screensavers. But what is really cool about the kaleidoscope screensavers is that it will animate each time you rotate your iPad. But I will notify you that your iPad will not do this if you choose any of the astronomy options. To set all of this up, all you'll have to do is swipe down from the top of the screen until your lock screen is completely covering everything you saw a moment ago, and then you'll have to hold down the lock screen until the display disappears and brings up a screen that has the word customize on it. Tap customize and you'll be shown two different options, which is lock screen or the home screen. And what we want to do in this case is just tap the lock screen. You can now choose whatever photo you want to use, including live photos, which will now show and use slow motion effect when you open your iPad. But if you would like to customize it further, you can customize the style of text you have as well by just tapping. If you would like to change the color of the text or the shade of it, you can do that by just tapping the color you want and sliding the slider back and forth, which will make it lighter on one side and darker on the other. But that's not all that you can do with iOS 17 for the iPad, because you also have the ability to add widgets to your lock screen as well. So if you fancy making your lock screen more fancy, other than just with the screensavers, you can add widgets to it by just swiping down to the lock screen like you did before. But after you tap customize, you just have to go over to the option that will say add widgets. That will bring up a window with a load of different widgets. And all you have to do after is to tap or drag the option you want if you want to add it to the lock screen. However, if you'd also like to add interactive widgets to your home screen, you can add them by just holding down your finger or stylus or trackpad button, then by going up to the plus button, the same window that you have seen earlier will come up, and yet again you can add them by just tapping or dragging. My favorite thing to do with these widgets and adding them to the home screen is that you honestly have a whole lot more space to play with than you have on the lock screen, and you can add widgets that will help you launch YouTube to play your favorite podcast or radio program, to turn on light bulbs or anything if you have smart home devices that you have plugged in, and a lot more. Moving on to the new version of Messages. This new version of Messages for the iPad has the same iMessage features as you have on macOS Sonoma and the iPhone's version of iOS17, which, like both of the previous examples, you can start using and start accessing all your message apps by just tapping the plus button. Checking is the same on the iPad version as it is on the phone and Mac version, and you also have the same swipe up feature. You can also create your own stickers by changing live photos and photos into stickers. But like I said in all of my other videos, the only thing that I would really like to be improved with the message features is that I would love to be able to access all of those versions and features in WhatsApp and be able to send them all in WhatsApp, but that should be in place come the end of the year. You'll also still have access to all the new features in FaceTime as well, and FaceTime will still let you record a video or audio message when someone misses your FaceTime call. And like the other versions of FaceTime over on the Mac and the phone, you can also still react with your hands, which will then make augmented reality effects appear on the screen. But like what I said in my other videos, this is something that I really hope can change, because not everyone is able to use their hands or arms all of the time. So that's really when a digital option to do that could be more useful. Stage manager has also been updated with options that allow you to resize windows on your workspace when you're sharing your screen with others. One thing that is completely new to this version of iOS, however, is the new health app, as it has finally managed to make its way over after years of only being available on Apple Watch and the iPhone. You can look over rich details in your favorites, review trends and highlights, and use interactive charts all in the app. But it's also possible to create meditation reminders to track your period cycle and to log symptoms from your iPad, although that also might only be useful to you if you have an Apple Watch. An all new mental health feature that will help you reflect on your state of mind while also offering valuable insights and what might be contributing to it. I wonder how much of logging will be linked to social media, but you can also access the standardized assessments as well that are usually used in clinics to understand your risk of depression and anxiety, which will be very good for people with mental health. Elsewhere in the health app, you can also find a feature that will involve your iPad telling you what sort of distance is the healthiest to hold your device at, and that is also the one that is available on the iPhone. But nonetheless, while this is all good, I would like sachets to be added to the medications part of the health app, as there's a few medications that I get that come in sachet form, although it is good that I can create medication reminders in it. There's good news for you if you're a student, because there's features in this update that will help you collaborate a whole lot easier. Like the phone and Mac versions, you can load PDFs into the Notes app, turn pages on the PDF like it's a paper format, and make notes on it using an Apple Pencil. Plus you can get real-time updates thanks to live collaboration, which will let you see any updates the person you're collaborating with makes on their own iPad. But throughout this does by all means sound impressive. It could be even more impressive if it could be extended over to lot notes, although it might already be possible, and I will send out other updates if it is. Wow, putting this video together, I have read some guides on how to collaborate Yet on a note with someone, and some of them do claim you can't currently collaborate together on locked notes. It will be more serious for some people. If this is the case, it does create a few problems for people who are in serious jobs where confidentiality and cases are serious, such as investigating. And the reason I bring this up is for lawyers who are collaborating with someone, journalists who are collaborating on a story, and researchers who are collaborating on stories as sources and other bits of information on people, and those occupations have to be protected. As someone who plans to move into political journalism and some other work projects in other industries, it works better for me to keep my own notes locked, and these things will have to be advanced depending on how many other people collaborate in those industries. Exactly the same as the versions of iOS 17 that are coming to the iPhone and Mac. You can create profiles in Safari settings that will help you separate your browsing into personal and private tabs, and you'll also get more relevant search suggestions, a more enhanced version of private browsing, the ability to autofill verification codes you receive in mail, as well as password and passkey sharing. Like macOS Sonoma and iOS 17 for the iPhone, the keyboard has also been advanced with a new version of autocorrect, which is a lot more advanced than it was in the past. You'll also see predictions appearing in the line, just like how they appear in lines on iPhones and Macs. And all you have to do if you want to finish the line is to tap or click the space bar, or to tap or click enter. The free format that came to the iPad last year has been updated to include new drawing tools, including a color brush, a calligraphy pen, a highlighter, and a variable width pen, which can even be used with a ruler, but you can also hand draw shapes and watch the perfect shapes snap into place thanks to shape recognition. And it's also possible to share your screen with others thanks to the new follow along feature. And like the iPhone and the Mac, it's also possible to set up Siri so that you can use it just by saying Siri instead of hey, Siri, nowadays possible to go back into your settings and to change this. You'll have access to the same privacy and security features as you have on the iPhone and the Mac, which will include the ability to blur out any sensitive notifications that you don't want to see, but you'll also be able to improve permissions and have even more control over what you can share, which you can enjoy even more with the expanded lockdown mode. So there's a lot to react to here. But the first thing that I really like is how you can customize the lock screen because everything is extremely easy to do, even if you're disabled. I feel the same way about the widgets you can add to the lock screen because it is also extremely easy to add them. But something I would really like to be changed is if you had the ability to add some widgets to the left side of your screen and some to the right because you can currently only use one. However, the feature I love most of all is how you can turn your live photos into live stickers because of how little is required to do it and how you can also do the same with photos. The fact that you just have to open your messages app to tap the plus button and then tap stickers makes it really accessible. But like what I said in my review of macOS Sonoma and iOS17 for the iPhone, the only thing that could be improved would be if you could do all of this in WhatsApp as well. Everything else, however, I feel pretty much the same way about, but yet again I would make an exception for the health app, and I would also apply the same criticism to the iPad's version of FaceTime as I've applied to the other version. Why is it no one thinks about people who can't use their arms or hands until people bring it up? iPadOS 17 and is available on the iPad mini 5th gen and later, the iPad 6th gen and later, the iPad Air 3rd generation and later, the iPad Pro 11-inch 1st gen and later, the iPad Pro 10.5-inch and later, the iPad Pro 12.9-inch 2nd gen and later, and whatever iPads come out in the next year. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider liking and commenting and subscribing. And if you would also like to see any of the other stuff that I do in relation to technology, you can do that by just going into my channel and seeing all of my other videos. However, you can also give me support by searching for the Accessible Technology Podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Amazon Music, and Audible, on Google Podcasts, and on Spotify, as that is where I upload all of these videos and podcasts for them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!